With a rarity of just 1 in a million, these babies have not only stunned the medical world, but have also completely changed the way we look at life. Who are they? And how did they overcome such extreme challenges to become powerful symbols of hope? The answers are coming right up in this video. Hit like if you're curious, and don't forget to subscribe to discover a treasure trove of the most fascinating human stories. Jonathan Gianfrido is a living example of extraordinary strength in the face of epidermolysis bullosa, EB. Every breath and every movement presents a real challenge, as his skin is so fragile that even the lightest touch can cause blisters and wounds. Yet instead of giving in to his condition, Jonathan chose to shine brightly, using his experiences to spark hope for millions. His story goes beyond medicine and becomes a heroic tale of resilience. When the body faces its toughest limits, it is the power of will that makes the human spirit unbreakable. Don't focus on his fragile appearance. Look at how he rises through life's biggest storms. Can a single dose of medicine cost an entire fortune? Aya Lunt is not just a young patient fighting spinal muscular atrophy, SMA, type 1. She has become the symbol of a miraculous comeback thanks to the support of millions of hearts worldwide. In a dramatic race against time to regain her strength and movement, Aya's fundraising campaign for the world's most expensive drug revealed a powerful truth. When a community comes together, it can break through even the biggest financial and medical barriers. This is more than a story about a rare disease. It's an inspiring anthem of the fierce desire to live, showing us that when compassion is strong enough, no miracle is out of reach. Can you survive when the entire world around you feels like poison? David Vedder, famously known as the boy in the bubble, lived for 12 years inside a sterile plastic enclosure. For him, even a tiny speck of dust or a light breeze could be life-threatening. The rare SCID condition turned everyday air into a dangerous enemy, keeping the young boy isolated in a lonely, yet protective plastic world. Living inside that sterile stronghold was not only a battle against germs, but also an emotional challenge for a child longing for normal freedom. Imagine growing up without ever feeling the direct touch of your parents' skin or the warm embrace of a hug. Every object, every meal, and every interaction had to go through special sterilization processes. Yet behind that protective plastic barrier, David never stopped learning, dreaming, and fighting for life. He remains a powerful symbol of resilience, a quiet warrior who faced extreme isolation and showed that the human will to exist has no limits. Even though he only lived until the age of 12, David Vedder's life was far from a meaningless tragedy. The years he spent inside his protective bubble became an invaluable foundation for modern medicine, cracking open the mysteries of the human immune system. It was David's story that helped doctors discover ways to save thousands of children born with similar conditions in the years that followed. He wasn't just a patient, he was a true hero who traded his own isolated world for the freedom and survival of future generations. David's journey reminds us that a life's real value isn't measured by its length, but by the powerful legacy it leaves behind. Have you ever seen a heart beating powerfully right outside the chest? Virsavia Burun Goncharova is a living medical wonder, born with the extremely rare pentology of Cantrell. Instead of a strong rib cage shielding it, her heart sits protected only by a thin layer of skin, visibly pulsing with every single breath she takes. This isn't just a shocking medical phenomenon, but powerful proof of a fierce life force that breaks every usual rule of biology just to keep going. Even with this risky twist of nature inside her, Birsavia has never stopped dancing or spreading inspiration. She stands as the clearest symbol that a less-than-perfect body can never hold back a radiant soul. The story of the girl with her heart outside her chest reminds us that life is a priceless gift, and sometimes the most fragile things contain the strongest power to triumph over any challenge. Tom Tennant, a boy from Australia, stunned the world by having an enormous amount of excess skin that made him look like a Shar-Pei puppy, a condition so rare that doctors at the time couldn't fully explain it. This wasn't just a strange birth difference, but a complex puzzle that pushed the limits of modern medicine and sparked deep curiosity about the unsolved secrets hidden in the human genetic code. Overcoming their early fears, Tom's parents turned their worries into a determined journey to support their son, refusing to accept dark predictions. A real miracle unfolded as the boy's body slowly grew and filled out those wrinkled layers, allowing Tom to grow up strong and blend into life in an amazing way. Tom's story stands as solid proof that loving care and dedication can dissolve even the toughest challenges, turning a rare twist of nature into an everlasting symbol of the will to live. A jaw-dropping twist of nature turned an ancient myth into reality inside an Indian hospital. A baby girl was born with her legs perfectly fused together, like a real-life mermaid, leaving the medical team holding their breath as they monitored every single heartbeat. This Cyrinomylia syndrome is so rare it happens in only 1 in a million births, turning the newborn into a mysterious medical phenomenon that breaks every rule of biology and captures the awe of the entire world. Even with such a harsh condition, the tiny infant fought with an incredible instinct for survival, proving that the simple gift of life is the most precious thing of all. The medical team's lightning-fast action, combined with endless love, wrote a brand new chapter of human resilience right from the moment of birth. This story goes far beyond a rare medical case and delivers a powerful message. No matter how unusual or tough the beginning, the drive to exist remains the brightest flame that can cut through any challenge. The limits of medicine were completely shattered by the arrival of a seed of life, smaller than anyone could imagine. Kennedy Jourdain Bromley isn't just a child with primordial dwarfism. She is living proof of the hidden power inside the human genetic code. Born so small she measured no longer than a ruler, she posed a huge question to science. How could such a tiny body hold such a fierce passion for survival? Stepping out of the labs and gloomy predictions, this tiny girl chose to embrace life on the biggest stage with the brightest attitude. Instead of staying protected, Kennedy stepped into the world of acting, using her very uniqueness to create unforgettable roles. She doesn't need an ideal height to stand out, because her confidence and daily joy for life are the most magical lights that make every camera pay attention. If you have ever felt small against life's biggest storms, look at the journey of this incredibly courageous Thumbelina. Kennedy's story delivers a deep lesson in accepting and loving what we have, even when the form feels incomplete. She proves that a person's true purpose isn't measured by how much space they take up on Earth, but by the inspiring mark they leave in the hearts of everyone around them. Time is supposed to be an unbreakable law of the universe, yet it completely surrendered to a girl named Brooke Greenberg. For 20 long years, the world watched in amazement as a grown woman stayed forever locked in the body and mind of a toddler. This mysterious Syndrome X is more than a medical puzzle that baffles the brightest scientists. It stands as the clearest proof that nature still hides incredible loopholes where the rules of aging and growth suddenly stop making sense. Never has the line between myth and reality felt so thin as when a real-life Cyclops baby was born in Indonesia. The single eye, right in the center of the forehead, is an extremely rare medical condition that challenges everything we know about how life forms. Though the little soul was only here for a brief moment, this baby left a powerful mark on medicine and the unsolved mysteries of creation. Alongside the deep pain of loss came a beautiful lesson in resilience and unconditional parental love. The young couple faced the heartbreak with compassion, turning this rare uniqueness into a strong humanitarian message. Their story shows that a person's true value isn't found in physical perfection, but in the strength of a love that shines brightly in every heartbeat, no matter how short the time. The moment Anna Wilco was born wasn't just a cry announcing new life. It was the start of an incredible battle, as her skin suddenly turned into thick, cracked armor plates. The extremely rare Harlequin ichthyosis transformed the fragile body of this little angel into a tough battlefield, where the rigid scales put heavy pressure on every breath and tiny movement. This haunting medical condition is a rare genetic twist that tests the limits of human endurance from the very first second. Rising above the dry scales and constant discomfort, Anna has shown that the will to survive is never defined by physical form. Instead of giving in to fate, the little girl and her family created a real-life fairy tale of resilience, where love became the most powerful medicine to ease every challenge. Anna's bright journey of growth is the strongest reminder that when we fight with courage, every flaw in nature must step aside for the light of hope and the fierce desire to live. While millions of adults battled the stress of hair loss, the arrival of baby bear Junior Cox Noon delivered a total visual shock. Born with a thick, fluffy mane covering his tiny face, he completely shattered every usual newborn image and became a one-of-a-kind genetic phenomenon from his very first breath. This wasn't just a fun quirk of nature, but a vibrant reminder that individuality is the greatest gift, making every person special and captivating in their own way. A bright red nose like a clown's wasn't some joke of nature, but a heavy burden Connie Lloyd had to carry on her face from the moment she was born. A rare hemangioma turned her breathing organ into a painful orb, not only blocking every breath, but also drawing harsh, curious stares. Yet instead of hiding away in self-doubt, Connie's determined fight against the condition and her life-changing surgery became a powerful statement. True beauty isn't about perfect looks, but about the iron will to claim your right to live and smile brightly no matter what fate throws at you. One body carrying two souls on a single face. Gilang Andika stunned the global medical community when he was born in Indonesia. The condition known as craniofacial duplication, diprosopis, is so rare it happens in only 1 in a million births, turning the boy into a living medical mystery that challenges everything we know about human development. This wasn't simply a birth defect, but one of nature's most extreme tests, where the line between normal life and rare genetic twists becomes paper thin. Instead of accepting the doctor's grim predictions, this tiny fighter chose to battle for life through every tube and labored breath. Gilong's journey goes beyond the medical record and becomes a heroic tale of parental strength, the one light powerful enough to warm even the most imperfect fate. The boy stands as living proof that no matter how different or difficult the beginning, the desire to exist remains the brightest flame that can cut through any darkness. Life is always full of harsh challenges, but it is in those very moments that the flowers of resilience bloom the brightest. We hope today's stories have strengthened your faith in the miracles of life. Like this video if it touched you, comment on the story that moved you the most, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any extraordinary journeys. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye, and we'll see you next time.